Hello. Let's have a look at a way to create an effect that makes a picture look like it was taken with an infrared camera. The normal way you take infrared pictures is you take an existing camera, you kind of butcher it. Usually people use an older one such that it allows infrared rays in, and you put a filter on it so that you're actually taking a picture of the infrared light that is coming off things. And this typically makes live things like grass go lighter, almost white, and blue skies can go quite black. You can do it in color, but this is just about doing it in monochrome because it's a very, very quick way to do that. So what we do is we come over here and pick on our adjustments, and we're just going to pick up on the black and white adjustment, and let's bring that up so we can see that up here. And because we want the grass to go white, that means let's take the colors of grass, which are yellow, which is a lot of yellow in leaves, and green. So if we turn that up, see, that makes this go lighter, and the green has an effect as well. Yellow is often even stronger. Just take the yellow down a bit. So it's just a matter of finding what works best. We can even wind the green right up and control a bit more with yellow. How about that? And then the sky's got a lot of cyan and blue in it, so we turn that down. So we can turn that down kind of all the way. And there, that's pretty much it. That's the effect you get. Then we can do sort of more control with the other colors, and we can see if anything changes with red. Red, see, the trunk goes a bit darker. The tree trunk, that's okay. Let's leave that down there. Magenta, hardly anything in this picture. So we can then say, let's control zoom into these areas there. Look at the images there. That's a little bit on the bright side, so let's go back a bit on that so we can get a bit more detail in there. And then we're going to say, is that okay? Let's have a look. Let's control 0 to zoom right out, and that's pretty nice. Look at that already. Look at the difference between this, we turn this off, between that and that's pretty impressive, isn't it? Now what we can do, we can add a bit of glow. A simple way of doing that is with filters. So we go down here and to there we are, the diffuse glow filter. Again, initially that looks a little bit overdone, so let's zoom into that. Look at the glow here. Let's try taking the intensity down a bit. Maybe the threshold go up a bit so that it doesn't jump in quite so soon. Control 0 to zoom out a good bit. This is what I do a lot with pictures. Zoom in, look at what's happening at the pixels, and then zoom out again. So that's quite nice. So there you go. There is a way of going from a simple background picture. I'm just going to put this down here so that, there we go, so that we can turn these on and off quite easily. So if I turn that one off and that one off, there's the original, and put them back on again. There we go. There, that's it. So whilst we're here, let's have a quick look at some bonus extras you can do with this, which is really, really easy. And that's to go to the black and white filter here and go to the blend mode and just scan down and see what it does. And as we go down here, we're already getting interesting things. I often do this with pictures. Just go and look at what the blend modes do. Often it's kind of rubbish, but you get some very nice and interesting ones already. So darken there, that's the skies I've got gone black. Look at that, lighten. Oh, that's nice as well. There's sort of opposite effect with where you get a bit of colour in the sky but not elsewhere. And just click down. These can all add things. So overlay does a quite nice one, doesn't it? It's just kind of like fresh. It's almost a fresh spring green in that. Soft light's going to work. If overlay works, then The other contrast modes down here can give interesting formats. Let's go down, we're on pin light, excuse me, just roll that down, there we go, pin light down to, oh, there's a interesting one already, difference. We've got the luminosity, isn't it? Oh, that's a lovely one, isn't it? Luminosity gives you a nice tinting as well. So in other words, with a bit of playing around with the blend modes afterwards, we can get all kinds of additional effects. So there we have it, a very quick and easy way to create an infrared effect using Affinity Photo. Thanks very much for watching.